Yes, thank you, Anthony. And a 1-2-3 for Synergy. Mike Spencer will be jumping up and down like a little Mexican jumping bean. Well done. Minimax up next, 34 drivers, 15 minutes. Starting grid coming up very, very soon. Now, history of Minimax. First time here at Larkhall in the modern era. But, you know, Scott Marsh winning the opening round from Sebastian Mins and Noah Wolff. Coles Racing are the most successful Minimax team in the British Championship. The last time Coles Racing won a final, it was the end of 2021. Harrison Crowther. Strawberry Racing have won 4 out of the last 7 finals. So Strawberry Racing, you know, commanding the situation in the last season, but they're not in Minimax, the sharp end, this year. There's a look at the grid. Starting out, there's a couple of Argenti karts, the number 75 of Thomas Minspiering and the number 16 of Ukraine's Alexander Zingarevich. And again, we're all really happy to have Alexander here in the paddock. I have to say that Wales are playing Ukraine in the World Cup decide later on, and sorry, Alexander, but go Wales. So here's your look at your starting lineup. It's Scott Marsh and Noah Wolff on row number 1, Sebastian Mins and Josh Graham on row number 2. Row 3 is Joshua Turnbull and Harry Bartle. Then Finn Leslie and Hugh Moulton on row number 4. Row 5 is William Murtaugh and Harrison Whitcomb. Brandon Truman and William Murphy start from row number 6. Row 7, Thomas Minspiering and Aris Bievskis. Then Alexander Zingarevich and Freddie Housley. Row number 9, Daniel Amor and Devon Nolan. Josh Salvadori and Ollie Wise round out your top 20 ahead of Joe Anderson and Owen Neve, Ben Simpson and Finley Buck. Row 13, Oliver Bocock and Leon Hasty, Josh Smith and Kaspar Tomanowski on row 14. David Vishaw and Michael Dalton round out your top 30 ahead of Oscar Cartmail, Michael Walker, Jonas Klimas and Thomas Ingram Hill. The last 4 drivers failed to finish the pre-final. 1 race to go, out onto their rolling lap. Championship standings, Scott Marsh leads Harry Bartle, Noah Wolff and Sebastian Mins, with Finn Leslie rounding out the top 5 in the championship. In historical terms, Archie Kitching, Ethan Jeff Hall, 4 wins in this class. Jez Williams and Harry Linden have 3. Harrison Crowther and Tristan Rennie 2 apiece. Then Sam Gornall, Reg Hayward, Callum Voisin, Ollie Stevens and Scott Marsh, the other Minimax final winners in the modern era of the British Championship. Can Scott Marsh make it 2 wins out of 2? Well, we've had 1 perfect weekend so far in Honda. Anthony Jordan back in the commentary box with me.
Yes.
Can we have 2 perfect weekends with Scott Marsh? The power of the Viking helmet,
well,
I wonder.
Maybe so. We'll have to see. 15 minutes plus 1 lap will tell us that answer. Now, Wolff
will give us that answer.
Will give us that answer. Well, yeah.
Shocking grammar. Shocking grammar.
Give over.
Didn't no one teach you to speak proper?
No, but they told me how to start a race because it's green flag and away we go in Minimax for race 19 of the final here at Larkhall. And again, Sebastian Mins gets the jump on Noah Wolff. Wolff down into 3rd place straight away. Now the top 3 already breaking away. None of them go defensive into turn 1, which allows them to take the best line through and allows them to break away from the rest of the pack. The rest of the pack do come through the boot section. All fine and dandy.
Yes, they have. Now, Cole Denham won all 4 Cadet Honda races, but he did it under intense pressure every single lap of the way. Scott Marsh has won both heats and the pre-final in Minimax, but he's done it with the rest of the field at arm's length. And if you look at that already, Marsh has broken away because Noah Wolff has grabbed 2nd place back from Sebastian Mins. Further back, in fact, there's Joshua Graham, a poor start for Joshua Graham in the number 88 kart. He's been one of the top 3 fastest drivers. Him and Noah Wolff have been leading the chase of Scott Marsh, but as they cross the line, it's complete lap number 1. Already Marsh nearly half a second in front.
Yeah, great start then for Minimax. Relatively calm and clean, which is nice to see. There as everyone dives through. That was the 41 there of Daniel Amor, again running his special livery in this one. So
yep,
again,
the Union flag celebrating the Queen's Jubilee.
Oh yes, indeed.
She's watching. I've been told she's watching.
She does love karting, especially Minimax.
She stayed in an early night last night and didn't watch some pop concert outside her gaff.
No.
So that she could watch this race.
Exactly.
I speak only facts, ladies and gentlemen.
Only questionable facts. Anyway, Scott Marsh still comfortably leading this one, like I say. Now, Sebastian Mins looks like he's got the trouble behind as down the inside there goes William Murtaugh. Gets that done on Brandon Truman. Actually, I don't think it was Brandon Truman. I think that was Harrison Whitcomb who...
Yeah, Harrison, the red crash helmet, the number 66 Argentine Motorsport entry. And again, there's somebody grass tracking a little bit further back in the back. There's Joshua Turnbull in the number 83 Coles Racing car. Now, the last time, Coles Racing, Josh Turnbull came into this round down in about 20th in the championship, 23rd in the championship, in fact. But he's having an absolutely superb weekend so far.
He is indeed, yeah. All these drivers having a relatively good weekend. Back here at the front now, as Marsh not being able to break away as much as he would like to. Again, there.
And of course, we nominate one driver per class for the Wera Tools Driver of the Day award. The rules are if you get any sort of penalty over the course of the weekend, whether it's a nose cone, an exclusion, a driving infringement, a start line penalty, then you're not eligible. I mean, it's hard to look past a perfect race weekend, in terms of nominations. Cole Denham and Scott Marsh on for that at the moment, but there's lots of other drivers doing a very good job behind him. Josh Turnbull being one of them, and Wolf now 0.7 of a second. But this is so interesting, Anthony. Noah Wolf has broken away in second. All weekend, Noah Wolf and Josh Gray have been nose to tail battling amongst themselves, trying to work together. We haven't seen Noah Wolf on his own to try and match Scott Marsh's pace.
We haven't, and at this moment he has got just that, because like I say, he hasn't got Sebastian Mins all over the back of him.
Yeah,
so
and he's just done a purple first sector.
He has indeed, yeah, so he's kind of matching the pace, if not better, than Noah Wolf. I have to say, Sector 1 has just gone for the fastest time. William Murtaugh, the 27, currently in P9 for the Dan Holland Racing team.
His younger brother Ollie watching on, giving him an extra cheer.
Good extra cheer, that. So 11.5 minutes to go then on this lap. Again, chopping and changing still in this mid-pack. Again, not good for them because they will slowly lose the momentum here. And again, number 26 there, just getting through. Finn Leslie, Sam Pollock Racing Team. He's having a chop and chail battle with Joshua Turnbull for the Coles Racing Team. And I have to say, it's just causing them to just slowly fall back in the order. And there, a 5-second time penalty going out to, I think that's Joshua Smith. It is, yeah, the Project One Racing driver, the number 23, currently in 27th place, receiving that 5-second time penalty. You're looking at something.
I'm looking at, so Uncle Tyrone's been on.
Oh, good.
Uncle Tyrone wishing Brandon Truman good luck. Albany, Western Australia, we've got people watching from. Good luck to Owen Neve and Harry Bartle, to Dana Moore and David Vishaw, and Alex Goldsmith, fellow commentator. Questionable facts, Alex? No, straight facts. Straight facts. I know for a fact. Marmalade sandwich, early night. Don't worry about the pop concert going outside the bedroom window. Up to watch the Minimax. And it's a massive Scott Marsh fan. Is our good queen. Now there's a move down into the boot section. That is Josh Turnbull making another move, passing the number 26 Sam Pollock Racing entry of Finn Leslie. Finn Leslie, a driver who's been very, very quick at the start of the races, has been able to maintain that pace. Here comes Joshua Graham passing Sebastian Mins for P3.
Yeah, gets it done. Doesn't waste any time with that one. And crucially, Mins didn't defend that one either. Slotted back into position, didn't want to lose time. They're not close to the battle behind them. Yeah, they don't want to get close to that one.
Sebastian Mins was looking at this group of karts on your screens now, including Finn Leslie, Josh Turnbull, Harry Bartle, Hugh Moulton, Will Murtaugh, Harrison Whitcomb and William Murphy. He thought, no, I'm not going to fight this one. I don't want to get dragged into that scrap. Oh, my word.
Wow.
I mean...
Hugh Moulton, any closer.
I mean, I haven't had a close shave for months, but that was a close shave.
That was a pretty close shave.
With the outside barrier, but he kept it buried on the throttle.
He did indeed.
Scott
Gave it
Marsh.
the old Ben and Jerry's.
51.27 seconds for Marsh, 0.8 of a second up the road. You know, a masterful performance. Really, really is. He's just been, you know, calm, cool, calm, collected all the way through. Cool, calm, collected all the way through the weekend so far. It's not quite as hot today as it was yesterday, as we look at the number 20 kart now of Freddie Housley. And there's Harry Bartle making a move, passing Josh Turnbull. So Bartle moves into 6th position. But again, he was Scott Marsh's closest championship rival coming into this weekend.
Yes.
And I mean, he's just one of the chasing group. Marsh really separates himself, and Bartle overdrives it a little bit going into the boot there. That's going to cost him a bit of exit speed. Can Turnbull fight back at the top of the back straight? The answer is he's trying. Yes, he can.
Go. Nicely done. Timed it perfectly. It's a nice corner that everyone likes to overtake on that. But it's still, that's such a fast corner, isn't it?
It is.
It's
very,
terrifying.
And it's going uphill, and there's a slight crest
Yes.
right on the apex to make it worrying. And Bartle now beginning to defend with 8 minutes to go. Not sure about that one. I'm not sure that's going to work in his favour, although maybe he had to. He's lost a lot of ground to Turnbull. Now he's got to get his head down and catch back up as the Mad Croc driver. But he's being under pressure. Great move there from the Dan Holland Racing driver behind. The number 27, that is, of William Murtaugh picking up a place. And now Bartle's getting absolutely freight trained. There goes Harrison Whitcomb. Bartle's lost momentum.
Oh, the two teammates come together, two Argentis. I think that was Whitcomb and Murphy.
No, I think it was Whitcomb just escaped. It was Murphy and Thomas Min-Spearing that were having a bit of a territorial dispute.
Nevertheless, the two teammates. Yeah, that's
yes. Yeah. You were half right. Actually.
Yeah, I was half there.
Apology accepted. Scott Marsh on lap number 9 leads. Noah Wolf fastest first sector. The gap's 1.2 seconds. It's no good just putting in the occasional purple sector, Noah. You've got to put in multiple purple sectors in succession.
Yes.
If you're going to try and catch what can only be described as a runaway leader. Scott Marsh in this one. There is the number 51 car of Hugh Moulton going through. Hugh, the Coles Racing entry, is 8th. And things have calmed down a little bit. 7 minutes to go. We've still got all 34 cars running. Devon Nolan has dropped the back of the pack. After starting quite well off. So we didn't see what happened to Devon, but he's obviously there. Who's making a move? Thomas Ingram Hill's up 10 places, the 24th. Michael Walker up 9 places, the 23rd. And Finley Buck, the Ultimate R driver, up into top 15 from 24th on the grid. So that's a very impressive showing from Finley, who's a first-year Minimax driver getting to grips with things.
Exactly. So again, lots of things these drivers still need to learn. They are still young. They're the second of the youngest drivers that we've got here this weekend, themselves to the Honda Cadets. So, a lot of these drivers still learning quite a fair chunk, and a lot of these drivers have actually come up from cadets since last year.
Yeah.
So,
a lot of first-year Minimax drivers. Scott Marsh in his second year, that extra year of experience, I have to say, really showing.
Yeah.
Really showing. There is the number 83 of Josh Turnbull. Again, can't speak high enough how well Josh done. Running in 6th position, we've got William Murtaugh in the number 27 car right behind him. They're chasing Sam Pollitt Racing's Finn Leslie. Finn Leslie, 5th in the championship. Coming into this weekend, there's Harry Bartle, and there's the 3 Argenti karts in a line. That is Harrison Whitcomb in 10th. William Murphy, Thomas Min-Spearing, and Alexander Zingarevich. That was 12th, 13th, and 14th. There's coming out of turn number 1, down the hill towards the boot section. The battle on your screen is for 6th position. Turnbull, the leaders, quite spread out. So the battle for 6 is the best battle amongst the leaders on the circuit. And I have to say, William Murtaugh, Anthony, just sort of doing a decent job. Noah Wolf fastest lap, I noticed.
Yes, the gap's come down a little bit, only a schmickle, just a schmickle gap. But nonetheless, he is starting to get the hang of it, I think, out there.
He's got 5 minutes to go, though, Anthony.
It's a long time, and he's
left it too late.
He's got no one really. He's got no one behind him. He's got no one in front of him. He's just fresh, clear air. And
Scott Marsh.
He's just taken it back. Responded instantly.
51.04.
There we go.
I tell you who used to do this quite a bit. Mark Litchfield.
Yeah.
Mark Litchfield was a master at getting an early lead, and then every time his nearest pursuers put in a fast lap, it was almost like a sixth sense. Litchfield almost sensed it, and then just when there was a glimmer of hope, Litchfield, bang. Fastest lap.
Yeah.
All hope gone.
Yeah.
And I don't know, obviously, I don't know how he did it. He couldn't tell, but it was just that sort of almost like how a master tactician works in racing terms. Noah Wolf, couple of quick laps, gap starting to come down, and suddenly banging for a drive. That's so demoralising. Because Noah Wolf will be able to see the gap between himself and Scott Marsh shrinking and going, and he thinks, geez, I've just pedalled my absolute whatsits off to put a couple of quick laps in, and he's gone even quicker.
Yeah. It is heartbreaking to see it, but hey, that's racing, and these drivers, they've got to go through this sort of thing in their younger years, but again, they'll learn from this, they'll come back stronger, and you know, when they come back to it, I'm sure the next rounds they'll be just as exciting as this one. So,
but of course, two very different types of circuits now we've had. PFI, the absolute antithesis of this. That's a big word for me. And Scott Marsh has won on both. And there's Harrison Whitcomb, and Harrison Whitcomb, excuse me, mirror signal manoeuvre coming through, and he moves Hugh Moulton aside, and now Hugh Moulton getting moved aside for a second time by Harry Bartle, so he's now got to get the dust off his tyres, get them scrubbed back in, and go again. 3 minutes to go. All 34 drivers still running. Looking back a little bit further back, Finley Buck still runs in 15th. Freddie Housley has gained a bunch of places. He's up on the fringes of the top 10 for Sam Pollock Racing. Owen Neve up to 18th, and Michael Walker up to 22nd. And he's done it again, has he?
He's done it again, 51.01 this time around for Scott Marsh. Again, increasing that gap as, once again, William Murtagh closes in on Joshua Turnbull just that little bit. Wanting to go for that move, but again, not thinking of it just as of yet. Still 2 minutes to go in this race. There's still plenty of time.
Now, the key is it the power of the Viking helmet?
It could
be. You've got to ask him that, Anthony.
Yeah.
Under investigation, Michael Dalton for probably a false start, and Owen Neve maybe. Only under investigation.
Yes.
No penalties yet, but just letting us know that they're under investigation. Now, there's Hugh Moulton dropping back a little bit further. There's Freddie Housley now closing in the number 20 Sam Pollock Racing kart. So that is now the battle for 10th place. The gap is 1.8 seconds. We haven't talked much about Sebastian Mins in 4th place. Lonely drive. So we've got just under 2 minutes to go plus a lap. Marsh, Wolf, Graham, Mins and Finn Leslie are top 5. The top 5 separated by 5 seconds. Now, that is not something you expect in Minimax, but it's a testament to how well that man there on your screens, number 2, Dan Holland Racing, Scott Marsh, is driving. He has simply worn everybody else out.
Yep.
He doesn't get much coverage to be up the lead, but just now we'll watch. We'll see if we can follow Scott for a lap before the race is over, just to see how he's driving it. And when you look at Scott Marsh, when the camera does pan to Scott Marsh, you will see how relaxed he looks. Now, his arms are working because it's a very, very bumpy track. But just, getting down behind the NAS panel a little bit, not too much. He's still just easing himself forward, eases up, in. Very, very small steering inputs, And now you'll roll off the power early. You roll off the power early, get down the power so coming out of the corner so he doesn't bog down. Coming in there, his hands hardly look like he's moving. That's the sign the kart is very, very, very well set up. The only time his hands are moving is when the kart goes over a bump and his whole body jolts about. Not using too many curbs, keeping it nice and wide. Late apex there, down the power early, not even running wide. Coming out of the corner, he's not using all the track surface coming out of the final corner, and he's still beating them lap after lap. Great example there, thank you, Mr. Director. Here's the battle, Harrison Whitcomb under pressure from Harry Bartle. 13 seconds to go, Anthony.
Yes, indeed, plenty of action still happening all the way through this one. Not much time left to go in it either, and as they do go through, again, you just see the massive gaps that these drivers have got. Sebastian Mins going through, Finn Leslie, like you say, under pressure as well from Joshua Turnbull. As they go through, 26 Finn Leslie diving to the inside. That allows Turnbull to just get a bit of a momentum and get alongside as Whitcomb dives down the inside as well.
He goes, thank you very much.
He does.
But
I'll take that one. Whitcomb happy with that. Here comes Bartle back down the inside. Bartle says thank you. Turnbull comes back through as well. And side by side there, William Murtagh tried to get the move done as well and does get the move done. So it just shows, despite the fact that you've got the momentum, you've got the waft, you can get down the inside again. If you come off the racing line and you open yourself up to someone diving it down the inside at the second corner.
Open yourself up to some shenanigans.
You do indeed. There we go. Final lap board is out.
And, Harrison Whitcomb there's some shenanigans. Whitcomb getting his elbows out there, but Harrison Whitcomb, he's fighting now that was for 8th position. Here comes Finn Leslie defending against Harry Bartle. Leslie in 5th, Bartle in 6th. Further back, Hugh Moulton has just picked up a place, passing Min Spearing for 11th place. But Noah Wolf in kart number 45 is going to have to play second fiddle to this man. Number 2 last year. Is it going to be number 1 this year? Well, it's number 1 this weekend. Number 1 in Scotland for Sam Marsh. Noah Wolf 2nd. Joshua Graham 3rd. Sebastian Mins in 4th. And now the battle for 5th. And Finn Leslie for Sam Pollock Racing takes it. ahead of Harry Bartle in 6th. 7th was Joshua Turnbull. 8th for Harrison Whittingham. 9th, William Murphy. William Murtagh rounds out the top 10. And look at that. Well, that's a good sight to see. The top 7 positions, 7 positions, 7 different teams. Dan Holland Racing, Synergy Race Development, Argenti Motorsport, KR Sport, Sam Pollock Racing, Croc Promotion, and Coles Racing. That is great stuff. So just how evenly matched all these teams, karts and engines are. Scott Marsh, a perfect weekend, undefeated here at the Summerley Raceway. Noah Wolf finishing in second. Again, Wolf will move into P2 in the championship thanks to that result. Joshua Graham, only 11th in the championship at the start of today after, I think, a penalty in one of the heats at PFI. He will now move up, and that will give him, well, that will put him into the top 5 at the very least in the championship standings. With Harry Bartle sort of still hanging on there, but of course they're all losing ground to Scott Marsh, who is comfortably clear at the head of the field. So there is another look at the Summerley Raceway, the forest surrounding us here in Lanark, just south of Hamilton. It's off the M74 motorway. Behind the circuit, you've got the 7 Sisters of Motherwell, the 7 big tower blocks of Motherwell. There's some entertained spectators taking some shelter. Now, of course, it's fine at the moment, but in about 4 hours' time, about a zillion midgies will descend upon that tree line and eat the spectators alive. It's great when it's up here in the summer, but not when it gets to the early evening and the midgies come out en masse to feed. And Anthony Jordan has made his way down to the paddock, and she's speaking to Scott Marsh right now.
Thank you very much, Henrietta. Yes, I'm here with our race winner from Minimax, Scott Marsh. A fantastic result. Is it the Viking Horns, your victory from PFI? Is this caused another victory here at Larkhall?
Yes, I think it has.
Yeah, just the Viking Horns.
And a bit of driving, but mostly the Viking Horns.
Mostly the Viking Horns. Well, a great race on that. We were hoping for an exciting final. Unfortunately, you ruined that a little bit for us because you just kind of drove away.
Sorry.
Nothing to be sorry about. What a final, though. What a result. Again, all race wins in this one. All wins. Absolutely great result for you. Who would you like to thank?
Oh, I'd like to thank all my family, the whole of Dan Holland, Time Racing Engines, and my mechanic Lee.
Excellent. And
Liam, sorry.
Get that out right. Are we going to see the Viking Horns on the podium?
Yes.
Excellent. That's what we want to hear. Excellent. Well done, Scott Marsh. Let's chat to our second place man, Noah Wolf. Noah, come on in. Well, again, P2. Probably not the result you were wanting, but it's still a good result in the end.
Yeah, struggled with the car setup, but we got it in the end. Just boring final.
A boring final, but hey-ho, it is what it is. I mean, a boring final means it was a safe final because you got to the end with no issues. Larkhall, in terms of a circuit, does it rate up there?
Yeah, it's a very good circuit. Very technical and long straights.
Are you feeling confident going into the next round as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent. Who would you like to thank?
My sponsors, my team, KR Engines, my dad, and my mechanic Sam.
Your dad, who does none of the spanners.
He drives me up here.
He drives you up here, that's all he does.
And cooks food.
Oh, there you go. That's a plus, isn't it? Drives and cooks. Perfect. Well, Noah Wolf, well done. Congratulations, P2.
Thank you.
Excellent. Let's chat to our third place man as well, Joshua. Josh, come on over. Right, Josh, talk us through that final, because again, I think from your point, you had a pretty calm one as well, really, near the end of that.
Yeah, just tried to bring some good points back. Just was left
left on the outside at the start and then just worked my way up to third. But didn't quite have the pace at the end, but it's what it is.
It's a result still you can be happy with. You come away with the podium. Yeah, talk us a little bit about that start, because it was a bit, like you say, a bit wide.
Yeah, I started on the outside and just everyone pushed through, so just had to gain positions back.
Yeah, one of those positions when you're on the outside here at Larkhall, again, it is so easily done, despite the fact you did manage to climb back through the field, which is good to see. So it just showed that the wagon's got some waft and your mechanic knows what he's doing. Who would you like to thank?
I'd like to thank Argentina Motorsport, Kart Republic Chassis, Ogden Race Engines, my dad, Danny Sweeney and Ron Meadows.
We're going to come back stronger in the next round, yeah?
Yeah.
Top man. Well done there to our third place man, Joshua Graham.